Good afternoon. I'm Beth Poplowski. I'm the art director.
I'm Aaron DeMarco, and I'm the copyright.
I'm Chelsea Leon. I'm the account plan researcher.
And I'm Miguel Lopez, and I am the media director.
I'm Sarah Soto, and I'm the account executive for our client being Access Trips. Now, our client specializes in instructional adventure tours, and they feature them in 16 countries across 6 continents. They feature surf, ski, multi-sport, culinary, and adventure tours. Our world-class instructors are involved as well as local guides, and they were founded in 2001. However, the CEO, Tamar Lowell, who we worked with throughout this campaign, recently acquired the company, and she would like us to focus on the campaign that we did. There are 4 mission aspects that are related to the company as a whole, and they relate to the messages that they wish to explain to the public. They involve being environmentally conscious, inspiring their clients, being an employer of choice, and supporting the local environment and involvement. Now I'm going to hand it over to Aaron, who's going to talk about our situation analysis.
Okay, so based on our consultation with our client, she expressed the need for social media reestablishment. We wanted to spend a good amount of time analyzing the current Facebook that she had. After analyzing it, we found that she had about 1,500 fans. We also noticed a trend that her postings were overly informative and not very conversational. With that said, the posts were only receiving 3 likes on average and 0 comments. The posts were infrequent and the content was kind of all over the place. Building upon that, we realized that she has no social media policy, nor does she have a staff that maintains the social media element. With that, we'll have Miguel Bill on SWOT analysis.
All right, so starting off with strength, the company has a very unique service. It's currently the only company in the world that offers vacational services with educational itineraries. Strong business relations with vendors such as in hospitality and tourist guides allows them to create one-of-a-kind and desirable vacations for their clients. Staff experience. Tamara, the owner, she has worked for Lonely Planet, Expedia, Travelocity, and American Airlines in the past, which allows her to be able to manage her company. Large collection of visual data. The company takes a lot of pictures from their trips. They usually travel with a professional photographer, which, over the years they've created a large collection of visual data that they can use for their marketing material. And it's an example right here. Their pictures have been featured in National Geographic. They are very, very good. Go to the next slide. Weaknesses, limited staff. One of the first things that Tamar told us during one of our first consultations, she said that her staff only consists of 3 members in her office. So their focus on social media was very, very limited. For social media, like Aaron already said, their posts are not very conversational, and since it was created in 2007, only 1 post has generated some noticeable activity, and it was regarding a $100 off promo. Lack of visual display. Like I said, they have a large collection of visual data, and they do not use it on their Facebook page. They do have some pictures in their website, but not on their Facebook. And service costs. A vacation by Access Trips usually can go up to $10,000, which really limits their target audience. It's not very affordable. Opportunities. Increase social media activity. This is very important for them. Not only can they use their social media to obtain new customers, but they can use it as a research tool to know who their customers are and where do they want to go in order for them to deliver more desirable vacations. Making use of their visual data. Not only it adds a more professional look to their Facebook, but also, people after they see pictures, they want to go there. So that would help their Facebook page a lot. Create marketing strategies to target specific age groups. This is a big area of opportunity for them. One of the first things that she said as well was that she wanted us to promote her company on our campus. Now, knowing the price of her service, that is not a very ideal market for them. And partnerships. She's done partnerships in the past with other travel organizations, but she's reluctant to do that again. And lastly, threats. The economy. As you guys may know, when the economy is not very promising, people tend to only focus on the basics. And Access Trips, it is a leisure vacation service. Competition. In this case, competition is very important because people are going to websites like Travelocity, Orbit, Highwire that are more affordable. And continued lack of activity in social media. There's a big threat for them. Research shows that social media is the #1 place that people are going to plan their vacations. So if they continue on this path of not really taking their social media so seriously, the company is going to have a hard time growing. And now we're going to move on with Beth and our goals and objectives.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an overview of basically our plan and what came out of it. So our basic goal was to modify the existing Facebook page. We wanted them to put a colorful interface, graphics, logos, anything to make them look more like a professional site versus just a plain Facebook. And we also encouraged Access Trips to put a cleaner, more bold logo to cut through the clutter when people look through their friends list. We asked them to post more frequently, at least 3 times weekly, if not more, and make it look like they're present and active and engaged with their business. We were also trying to encourage them to increase interaction. We wanted them to post questions, open discussions, things to get people involved in coming onto the Facebook. Along with that, we wanted to give them a reason to visit Access Trips and make it more like a blog that people go to for tips and discounts and things like that. And that brings us to incentives. We were hoping for random giveaways, contests, discounts. That always got them the most likes in the past, so we knew that that was a driver to the page. And we wanted to add excitement, make posts more conversational. As Aaron mentioned, they were kind of dull and long. So here's a mock-up Facebook page that we made for them using a program that makes it look not like a Facebook, but like a blog. And as you can see, it uses their logo, their colors, has a lot of information. And you can also go in and comment and interact with it. So having said that, there were a few different outcomes that came out of it. The CEO, Tamar, wasn't really willing to give up control or any access to us of their Facebook. So that was a big stumbling block within our partnership. So having said that, we tried to make things very easy for her. We wanted them to set up a timeline to bring them more into the modern Facebook age. We set up a timeline photo for her to post, and everything that we sent to her was just copy-paste to encourage it to get posted as often as possible and make it easy. Again, they only had a staff of about 3, so she was in kind of a time crunch. They did make a new logo for their company while we were working with them and posted a better, more colorful logo on their Facebook to make them more noticeable. And she did increase her posts throughout our partnership. She's posted 19 times in 2012 since we started working with them. That's versus 28 posts total for the year of 2011. So activity's gone up a lot. Posts are more varied and upbeat at this point. They posted up the National Geographic article that they were featured in, and they're posting up a few links to other articles. We want them to brag about how much good press they get. They do post photos occasionally and promotion for upcoming trips, and there has been one 5% discount offered. Interaction went up for a while, but it's kind of plateauing at this point. Posts are kind of going down, not as frequent, and we're hoping that they're going to use their great photos that they have. They have tons of great photos. So this is a step in the right direction, and we hope that they'll continue on after we stop working with them. So we turned over a full media campaign for them to use with posts that they can post every day of the week if they want on a calendar. And having said that, Aaron's going to talk to us about tactics and tools.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about the tactics and tools that we built into the campaign that we are turning over to our client. It's a complete social media campaign, and it contains all the content she needs for future posting. We've built it on a weekly platform so that our users know that we are involved and that they can rely on us for information and postings. Additionally, we built it around holidays so that Access Trips is a viable trip alternative for people coming into the holidays and into the summer. We built in specific directions for our client so that she knows what to post and when. In order to gain interaction with our fan base, we launched a few mini campaigns. One of these is Testimonial Tuesday. It's a platform for the fan base to post testimonials, good or bad, of their experience with Access Trips. And again, we would encourage our client to respond to those comments and get the conversation going. Another mini campaign is Photo Friday. This is a platform for fans to, it's almost like a competition, to post the most extreme photo of their experience with Access Trips. Lastly, to again build on engagement, we did quizzes, promotions, and small surveys just to get the people interactive and talking. We did turn over a few mock-up campaigns, and that's what Chelsea's going to talk to us about.
Thank you, Aaron. As a part of our primary research, our team launched a survey which revealed that 43% of respondents thought it appropriate for a company to post 3 to 4 times each week on their Facebook page. The following are a few examples of our mock-ups from our mock Facebook page. Here is a mock-up of a competitor's photo from their successful post to their own love the expressions in this photo from our 2010 rafting trip through the Canadian Rockies. What do you think these guys are thinking? Post your captions below. The winning comment will be posted on our wall. This is something we wanted to incorporate into our campaign. Here's an instructional as well as delicious looking photo. This pic was taken on our Mexican Culinary Adventure 2011. Here's a recipe for shrimp at home. Enjoy. This is something we wanted to incorporate because it not only is instructional for fans at home, but also is promotional for them to spark their interest in the culinary tour. And finally, this is a post with more of an action shot. It says, Tamar takes a jump down Mount Fuji, Japan. Temperatures here get down to -20 degrees in the dead of winter. Anyone up for taking on the chill at our upcoming snowboarding adventure in Anchorage, Alaska? We hear the penguin and whale sightings are pretty common here. Click on the events tab to learn all about it. This is not only conversational, it is promotional, and it is a captivating photo that is more exciting than the paragraph format that we're using in the past. And here's Sarasota with our final evaluation.
Okay, so for our evaluation, we feel that our completed campaign incorporated our initial goals, strategies, tools, and tactics very well. For the implementation in the future when they do have the resources and the time. As part of our campaign, we did include a social media policy, and this involved user-generated content and as well as the Access Trips content that they post on the site. An agreement between the two of them suggested that they post this on their Facebook as a disclaimer and notice to the public. Also, we suggested a Hootsuite integration to even further help the timeliness of her posts. We're realizing that she didn't have that many resources or time to do so. And this is because that Hootsuite manages multiple social media platforms and profiles. It can schedule messages and tweets to post whenever she wants. That way she doesn't have the time to do it on that day. It'll automatically post for her. It tracks the brand mentions, and it can analyze the social media traffic on her site to, again, analyze the specific post, who's responding, and the feedback that she has gotten from it. Our survey, as we mentioned before, that we conducted supported our suggestions and the content that we created for our campaign. So we feel very confident that the campaign we promoted to implement in the future would benefit the company as a whole. It's really fun right now. Thank you very much.